There is a third phase, though, which is now implementing. So it's designing, operationalizing, and implementing. And that's another group of people. The implementers know the operationalizers and the conceptualizers, and there is mutual respect. But actually now, really implementing and saying, well, you know, we thought about this, but this is not working very well because we have this joint effort with other schools, and how do we do that? We have the joint effort with other countries. And so faculty listen to each other.
Right, and that's been an aha moment for me, is that yes, it's implementation phase, but it's also tweaking the ideas, tweaking the logistics, and there's some redesign in there, just because your imagination for how it's going to work is never exactly how it goes.
The implementation is going very well. We have had multiple meetings, which all of this entails. As soon as we did as soon as the faculty approved the curriculum, we had the courses written, course descriptions, objectives, the faculty senate approved them all. We immediately formed our implementation committee to work in the summer. And we had to look at not only the curriculum, but other groups that use the curriculum. We had to look at the Wharton Dual Degree Program. We had to look at students studying abroad, how this might impact them. We had to look at how students who are sub-matriculating into our master's program, how would the new curriculum affect them. So that's what we did our first summer session. We also had to get the documents ready to go to State Board. So we had to tweak them a little bit, and we were so pleased. We were told that it would take a year for State Board to approve them. And it took just a few weeks, which really helped us implement the curriculum a year sooner. So that work that first summer was crucial to getting this on the road. Since then, that was our first implementation committee. Since then, we've recalled this implementation committee because then we have to talk about where courses are going to fit. Where are you going to put this course and what room? And of course, one of our objectives is to have small group breakout sessions. The building has been redesigned for that very thing. And we're getting very, very good feedback about what happened.
Well, tell me about that. What kinds of feedback you're getting from students?
We're hearing that they loved the Nursing 101.
That's their
the first course.
Yes, the first semester, freshman year.
Freshman year, when they really start learning what nursing is. They actually worked with alumni in different parts of nursing areas. Some of them were in the community. Some of them actually followed a nurse around in the hospital. And then they also had a written paper. They did not have any tests. And I think that any written tests, they were evaluated in other areas. And that's okay, because there are many ways to evaluate students. It's not all by multiple choice test. And so they were, through their interactions, through their small group work, through their written papers, they were able to get a really good experience. And the women who taught that course have told me that the evaluations look very good.
We are almost at the halfway point of the spring semester. So we have our first semester courses behind us that went well. We learned a few things, again, that we're going to do differently for next year. But not major curricular issues. It's more logistical of how the course would run. And we are really thrilled with the faculty who we have enticed to become engaged. In fact, we have 2 brand new assistant professors who are young, who are leading they led in the fall semester, that first semester, the practice of nursing course. So here are these fabulous 18-year-olds who are working with fabulous 30-year-olds. And you know, and it's great. And that's, our faculty's jazzed and excited. So, you know, we're lucky. We're very, very fortunate.
You know, I think it's so important that you have exposure to what nursing is and the real practice in that first year, because as they're taking their humanities, it comes alive as something that a nurse will in fact need and that a nurse will be able to use.
Yeah.
So you're in your freshman year of implementation. I guess I'll let, with all of this wisdom you've shared with us, anything else that you think of that might be useful to other faculties about the curriculum change thing?
Yeah, you know, we have a very, very good relationship with our State Board of Nursing, and we really do try to just make sure that we know what they need, to give them what they need, and to take their advice when we need their advice about things. And the same with, you know, with our accrediting bodies. And, you know, and Peggy's very comfortable with knowing how do you package things so that it's the way the State Board wants to see it. So, and frankly, the faculty that don't do that every day may not be as familiar with that. So I would recommend that people who are thinking about a new curriculum invest in that. You don't want to be multiple drafts of trying to figure out how to get something in the format that the State Board is really going to understand what you're trying to do. And frankly, I think that's a real challenge. You know, when you've lived with something as much as we've lived with it, you can put something on paper and it's crystal clear to us, but the new reader, the person who says, I'm seeing for the first time, may say, well, I don't understand why you went from there to there, and why do you think this is an improvement? Because you haven't explained it correctly. So we gave our drafts to people who weren't familiar with the curriculum and said, now, can you tell me what you think this means?